Hello, hello. How's it going? Jean-Serge going here from Success with JS. I just want to talk about Bitcoins. I'm so excited about Bitcoins. I can't stop thinking about them, right? I mean, it's totally ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. 20% increase today. Look at this. Let me show you this here. If I go over here, I want to show you on Facebook. Got that right over here. I mean, look. 20% today, 2024 hours. Now this is wrong. I screwed up. I put the date here. December 6th is today. This is actually today. This is, if you look at it right now, if we go to just the Bitcoin value right here, it's 14,389, right? So that's basically what we're seeing. Well, it's even more than what I did. That was just a couple of hours ago. So the price of Bitcoin is going up, 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 up. It's totally ridiculous. It's going to keep going up. That's what they're saying. 25,000 by the end of the year almost, and 50,000 by next summer, if not 100,000. I mean, it's totally, totally ridiculous. And people are like, oh my God, is it too late? It's not too late. And I want to talk to you about how you can invest. Let me just go back here on the screen. I just want to talk to you about how you can invest. Imagine, I started a month and a half ago, October 28th, 29th, and I started investing. It was around the 6,000 mark, 6,500. So imagine now I've doubled any of the money I put in since then, right? I mean, not exactly, because I've been investing over the month. So I've bought some at 10,000, at 11,000, at 12,000. I bought some at 7,000, 8,000, right? So I mean, you know, if I had put all my money in the beginning, but I didn't. So tonight, what I want to talk to you about, and by the way, if you're watching this live, I would love for you to say hello. Let me see if I can't go find out how to see the comments. I'm seeing some interesting way. I see there's 3 people, but it tells me, but I don't know who it is. And there's the comments. There you go. Hey, FZ Abdillah. I'm not sure. Abdillah, if that's your name, or if it's Afghani. I'm sorry. I'm here in Canada. I don't know. Sometimes some names from around the world are hard to pronounce for us Canadians. But anyways, yeah. So thanks. Hey, Michelle, how's it going? So we're going to be talking about exactly what I do. Yeah, a couple of days ago, I posted a little bit about how to do Bitcoins and how to invest. I'm going to go through the process again, but hopefully do even a better job of explaining it, right? So I mean, basically, the process is you buy Bitcoins, you put them in your wallet, and then you invest them, right? It's no different than if you were to buy, I don't know, currency from a different country, right? If you were to buy yens, or you were to buy euros if you're in the States, you buy US dollars if you're in Europe or whatever, right? You buy a different currency and you put it somewhere, and then that's not enough. You got to take it and put it somewhere else where that money's going to work for you, right? And this is what I've been doing. And let me just show you here the results I've gotten so far since starting. Now, this is my portfolio here on a investment site called usi-tech. Basically, I've gotten 120 packages now. Now, just to explain what the packages are, it's kind of a investment bundle if you want. So you can invest with just one bundle if you want to start. And that's actually how I started. If I look at this and I look at the bundles I have, if I look at the beginning here, you see the very first one I got was one, which was October 30th, 2017. All right, so I invested that. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger, maybe. Yeah, so I mean, I invested that on October 30th, 2017. And if I look at the return I've had so far on it, it shows me my daily returns, you know, of 93.93, 0.86, 76, 84%, 97, 1.12%. And these are all returns in Bitcoins. They're Bitcoins that I'm getting, not cash. So that means that this Bitcoin that I got on that day, you know, it was worth a lot, well, less than half of what it's worth now. It's the same Bitcoin, it's just worth more now. And that's the cool thing about investing in Bitcoins. All right, so I mean, that's part of it. So I mean, okay, so the first thing you have to do is you have to get yourself a Bitcoin wallet. All right, there's different wallets, and you know, you can research wallets. There's online wallets. There's phone wallets. Let me just show you this one here. This is the one I use. It's called Jax, and basically this is what it looks like. It shows you how much. Let me see if we can focus here. It shows you how much I have. 0.0256844 Bitcoins, right? It shows me it shows you your current address of Bitcoins. Now that address is fine. I can show it to you because the only thing you could do with it is send me money. So if you show somebody your address on your phone, it's okay because people will not be able to steal your money or anything. The only way they can steal money from you, your Bitcoins from you, is if they steal your phone and they know your passwords and they know your second passwords and everything else. So it's quite you know, quite complicated to steal from Bitcoins. It's very secure. And just so you know, by the way, Bitcoins, what they are, they're an asset. They're a digital asset. It's also a digital currency. And the reason why it's gaining so much popularity right now is because the big investors, the big companies, are starting to look into it as a asset that they want to invest in because they see growth and they see potential and they see change in the future coming up. And that's what's going to happen, right? So, all right, so you get a Bitcoin wallet. Now, this is called Jax. Here, let me just show you what the icon looks like. So the icon is right there, that little yellow one right there. Whoops, let's see if you're focused. Come on, there. You see on the side there, Jax, Jaxx. So that's the app on my phone, right? So you search for JXX and install that, and then what you do, so you just set it up and it'll give you an address. All right, it'll give you an address on there, and that will be your address to send Bitcoins. So when you buy Bitcoins, you go online, you go to places like Coinbase, for example. Here's the site, Coinbase. Let me show you that. So Coinbase is a site where you can buy Bitcoins. There's other sites, there's a bunch of them. I just used two of them so far, Coinbase and mybtc.ca. All right, so this shows you kind of the transactions I've made and how many Bitcoins I bought, the values. As you can see, I've been buying Bitcoins. This is Canadian dollars, so you gotta do the 1.3% difference. So you see when it was 7,700 here, that means it was about 6,000 US. That's when I bought only 150 bucks, as you can see when I started, right? Then I started putting more in, right, in there. This is the amount that I spent. This is how many Bitcoins I got for that. And then what I did is I just transferred it to these different addresses. Now, like I said, these addresses are addresses that I have sent Bitcoins to. And the way Bitcoins work is those addresses now, they're actually empty because I've already spent that wallet, if you will. But basically, Coinbase is similar. You just go here, you set up your account, and then after that, you can buy Bitcoins. Now, I could show you how to do that, but what I want to kind of get into is, okay, if you want to know how to specifically, I can do a specific, video with you. Just go ahead and send me a message. We can do a Zoom or something, or I can do another live if there's enough people that are interested in learning how to do that. And I just want to say, hey, hi, Dan, how's it going? And good mission. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. If you want to share this video out to your friends or to any groups, that would be fantastic as well. I would really, really appreciate that. And so, yeah, so that's the thing. So buying Bitcoins, so that's the first thing. You got to buy Bitcoins. So you got to go and set up your accounts. Now, both MyBTC and Coinbase require you to verify your account. So you go in there, you create the account, and then you set up your account. So now the other thing too is that a site like Coinbase, they have this kind of a referral thing where you can get $10 if you refer your friends to it, and I can too. So here's I'm just going to put the link to Coinbase right into the video. If you want to get your account there and you want to get my link, that'd be great. If not, no problem. Just go ahead and Google it. But that'll give me hey Dan, how's it going? That'll give me Michelle just set up her Coinbase account. Awesome, that's exciting. Okay, so the next step is after that, you got to verify your account, and that's basically in the process here under settings. There's a place where you have to set up your limits, and it says right here. So for me, for example, right, I've gotten up to 250. Well, 250 a month. Or is it per week? Oh, it's weekly, per week. When you first start, it's only $100 that you can order, right? You can buy. And that's because they want to protect, against fraud and whatever, right? But so anyway, so that's once you have your Bitcoins, they're in your wallet here. Like for example, if I look here, I've got my Bitcoins here in my wallet. I'm actually going to show you how to transfer Bitcoins to your wallet right now because I actually have some in here. If I go here, I go to the accounts. And then let me just, first of all, let me go find my my current Bitcoin address. Okay, it's right over here. Okay, so let's go back here. All right, so now what I do is I go into the accounts tab in Coinbase and I go to the Bitcoin wallet. I just click on send over here. All right, I paste my Bitcoin address like this, and I go in here and I say send max, and then I'm going to click on continue. Oh, look at that. This is kind of pretty cool because I see over here I spent $50 in Bitcoins, and that was actually, it's a weekly automated transaction. So it bought me $50 of Bitcoins, all right, which is really cool. That's just a few days ago, December 5th. That's actually yesterday. It bought me $50 plus I had to pay fees on that. So it actually was, it was a $5, well, a couple dollars of fees or something. I don't know. I could probably look it up. But I basically spent $50 of my money to get a little bit less than $50 worth of Bitcoins. And because of the price increase, now it's worth $52.22, right? That's awesome. That's pretty awesome. Anyways, so then I go like this, and I click on continue. And then it asks me for a verification. So then it's going to send me a verification to my phone over here. Let me see. Let me go back here. Then I get a code on my phone, and I'm just going to type it in here. It's a one-time code, so it doesn't really matter that you see it. It's all right, and then I just click on confirm. And then if you, let me just show you on the phone here what it looks like. So on my phone, when I go into my wallet, all right, in a few moments, because because there's so many transactions going on, that's why they had a message there saying, you know, you might expect delays or whatever. But if I click on refresh, eventually it'll show up as a new transaction there, and it'll just add up to my balance. You just press this refresh thing right there, and it refreshes it. Eventually it'll show down the bottom that a payment was received. So then it'll be in my phone. All right, so that's the next step. After that, then what you do is you need to have a usi-tech account. Now, to set up a usi-tech account, let me just, now obviously, again, it's the same thing. You know, if you want to join my team, if you want to learn from me, if you want my help, you know, that's great. If you want me in the equation, then you can join my team. And to do that, you just need to go to this link here. Actually, you know what? No, let's not do that. What I'd want you to do instead is go to this link here. Let me just show you that. Because I also want to make sure that we get, so it's mycoinroi.com. All right, so that's the link. And that'll take you to a site that you need to request. So I'll put that in here too. So where you would just put your name, email, and phone number in there, that will let you register to be in my team in usi-tech. Then you get the next screen, which will be the login, the registration screen for usi-tech itself, right? Okay, so then what happens is you log into usi-tech, you go in there, and you know, right now I've got 0.017 Bitcoins in my wallet. So I can actually, so usi-tech lets you do two kinds of purchases, all right? One with Bitcoins that you have in your wallet, all right? And then the other kind is one that, hey, so Dan's asking, you know what, I'm sorry, Dan is asking, do they take a percentage when you buy it, and how, I guess you were saying, how long does it take to get verified? So the way it works with Bitcoins is that each exchange has their own fees. They charge between, you know, 5 and even 20% to buy Bitcoins, because they're exchanging money for Bitcoins, right? And then there's the transfer fee on the network. So the transfer fee on the network is like 1% or something like that. It's 1 to 3%. And so whenever you're transferring, that's why you want to kind of, you don't want to transfer from one wallet to the other, to the other, to the other. You want to just go straight if you can, so you minimize the fees, right? But yeah, there are fees. And how long does it take? It really depends on how busy the blockchain is. The blockchain is what all these transactions are happening in real time. It's like a whole millions of computers that are doing the transactions. There's this whole process of finding a key. It's basically a guessing game, and it's a little complicated to explain, but basically it can take from 5 minutes to an hour. And also you can also change how much how many fees you pay, so that sometimes it's faster. But it's always right, within a couple of minutes for me that I've seen. And let's see right now if we see this over here. This guy here is still not showing yet, because the last transaction is when I spent something earlier today. No, yeah, it was earlier yesterday. See right there, the minus 0.03007. But it should come pretty soon. But I'm still going to show you how the process works with the usi-tech. So over here on usi-tech, I can say, I just go to package options right there. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't have the screen here. Okay. Yeah, so with usi-tech, as you can see, I've got 107 Bitcoins. Now, if I do the math here, let's get the calculator out for the fun of it. And what we have is 0.0107, right? Times, and the Bitcoin price is, let's get the Bitcoin price, is 14,389.66. So that is worth $153.96. Now the other cool thing is, in usi-tech right now, I'm earning 0.088 per day. All right. So 0.088 per day. 0.0088. That is. Let's go back to the value of the US, times 14,389.66. So that's $126 a day. $126 a day. It's not a lot, that much, but it is quite a bit, because if you do the math, by the way, with usi-tech, they pay they pay 5 days a week. So out of a month of 30 days, you got 7 days out of whatever. So if you do the math, it's 21 days around that. So if we do this times 21, that means that's $2,659 US. And if you're in Canada, that's like, what, 3,200 or something, right? So that's pretty amazing. That's only been doing it for a month. That's totally wacko. So anyway, okay, so how does it work? So in here in usi-tech, once you have your Bitcoins in your wallet, and actually, in my case, oh, look at that. It's even more than wasn't it 106 a second ago? Anyways, cool. So if I click on this, package options, place an order, and then I click on purchase, then now it shows me the price of one package, okay? One package in usi-tech is 50 euros. So whatever euros get traded into US and Canadian dollars, whatever, it kind of shows you how many Bitcoins, and so you just have to worry about the Bitcoins, right? So you click on the purchase over here, and then you get the choice of either your usi-tech wallet, and that'll only show if you have a balance in usi-tech wallet, right? In my case, I do. If you don't, you would just do Bitcoin wallet. So usi-tech wallet, you click on that, and then let's say I got this much, so I don't know, 2, 3, no, so 2. So 2 would be the max I could actually do. And let me just, I actually like to do a screenshot of that, because I do. All right. So now what I do is I just click on this and I say purchase. And that will buy me a new package. So now when I go into my dashboard home, and as you can see, there's a $1.50 fee per package. $3 for 2. Well, not $1.50, 1.5 euros, right? And now if I go back here, I should see that, oh, it doesn't necessarily show right away. Let's see how. Sometimes it takes a few moments to refresh, but it'll show 122 soon enough. And oh yeah, right. So now I have 0.0203 Bitcoins because I spent some of them, right? All right, so now the other way that you can get Bitcoins from a wallet, and I'll do that right now to show you how that works. So I do place order again, and I'm going to say purchase again. And actually, you know what? I have to save this file, save Bitcoins. Okay, so because I'm going to want to do another screenshot. So I'm going to buy, I don't know, 5, right? So the way that works is I just have to, I use my phone over here, and I'll just show you how that works. So I do that. I put the number I want. It shows me how much it'll be. And I say this. Let me do the next new screenshot. I'll tell you why I do these screenshots in a minute. And then I click on the purchase. Now you can also buy using a credit card, which you pay an extra fee, which is actually pretty good, 5%. But Payza is kind of like PayPal. You just have to set up an account and set up your credit cards and everything else. So now you click on this purchase over here. And then what it does is it shows you a countdown, a 15-minute countdown for the amount that you got to send. And it shows you this code here. Now, if you're using a Bitcoin wallet that's on your PC, you could just copy and paste that in your app. But when I use this app over here, this is how it works. So I just take my phone. I don't know if I can show you this somehow. I probably can't. Oh, I guess I could flip the camera around or something. So anyways, I take my phone here. Let me just full screen this. So I take my phone over here, right? I go to my app, okay? And just for the fun, let's see if that payment came in yet. No, not yet. Okay. So I just do this, and then I go and I click on the little send up there. There's a, oops. So there's a send right there, right? I just click on that send. And then it opens up kind of like a dialogue there. Let's get it focused. Come on, focus. There. So you see the little kind of the QR code on the side there, right above the send button. So when I click on that, it opens up like a camera to scan the barcode, right? As you can see, it's a scan. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, let's flip this camera around here to show you. So I'm just going to take the phone like this, and I'm going to go scan this code right there, right? And that's it. That's all it does. It just scans the code like this. And now it's saying, okay, are you sure? Now it's asking me, it's put the address in there. See, that address is the same address that we saw on the screen there. And then I just have to type in the amount that they're asking for, 0.02164. Right, so I put the amount in there, 0.02164, just like the amount that they're showing on the screen here. So if I show you this, see this amount right there, 0.02164, the amount that's right here in green, right there, right? So that same amount. And then I click on the send button right there. It's kind of hard to do this in reverse, eh? I click the send on there, and then down the bottom, it kind of shows me this. Are you sure? It gives me the address again, and it gives me the amount, shows me how much it is in dollars, and then I have to click the confirmation. You see down the bottom it says the mining fee as well. That's the transfer between different accounts. So just click on this, and now it shows me the transaction is sent, and my Bitcoin balance is a lot lower now. And over on the other side, on the usi-tech site, now it's saying right here, waiting for payment, right? And that's because it's waiting for the blockchain to transfer. And like we saw on the Coinbase account as well, there's a delay right now because there's so many transactions, so many people are doing this. It's totally ridiculous how much the Bitcoins are worth and how many transactions are happening. And I mean, look, if we look at this, here, let me just show you this app right here. If we look at this is, let me just make full screen. Whoops, where's my mouse? So I mean, look at this. This is totally ridiculous, right? Let's, come on, focus. There. So you see how the volume says 53,152. Now, I don't know if that's the number of Bitcoins or just number of transactions or whatever, but that's actually really high. And you see down the bottom, those little, I don't know, mountains or whatever, those are the number of transactions in every minute or whatever, right? And you see the price has gone from like 12,000 to above 14,000, well, almost 14, almost, well, the other one, you see that the high of the period is 14,425, right? So it's gone up totally ridiculously, and there's an awful lot of transactions, and that's slowing down the transaction. So that's why over here it's not showing. But eventually, and it doesn't matter, because this transaction is now sent into the blockchain network. It's basically added to the queue transactions. So really, the chance the way it works is that is there, and it's going to happen, right? It's not like lost, because it just takes a while, because the way the blockchain works is that out of the millions of computers that are out there that are doing the transactions and figuring out stuff, they've got the list of 1,000 transactions to handle, and they just choose one of those transactions in the list, and they say, okay, I'm going to work on this one, and then they work on it. And they try to figure out there's an algorithm thing, whatever, and then that's what takes a while. They have to do that to figure out the transaction, and they're not the only ones. There's out of 1 million or 2 million or 20 million computers, there might be 200,000 that are trying to resolve your one transaction, and it's just the first one that resolves it that gets the free Bitcoins. There's the whole thing about mining, whatever. So, but the thing is that once that is approved, this will show up here with confirmation. It'll say that it's got the confirmation, and the other thing too. Here's the thing, with usi-tech, the worst that'll happen is if they don't receive the funds in the blockchain by the time the timer expires, and they receive it afterwards, they'll just put it in your wallet. They only honor the price of the Bitcoins for the 15 minutes, right? That's the reason, is because the Bitcoin changes. They don't want to, steal money from you if the Bitcoin went down, or they don't want to, lose money by accepting a smaller payment that they could have gotten a bigger payment, right? Because the price changes all the time, right? So that's basically it, and that'll happen pretty soon, I hope. But anyways, that's the process. So once you have these packages in your packages, once you have these packages in your wallet, you can see how many packages, you can see how many days they've been running, because basically when you buy a package, you're basically investing for 140%, okay? So within around 140 days of transactioning, which is 260 days, because there's 5 days of the week that they're active, 2 days that they're not. So you'll get 100% of your money plus 40% back in Bitcoins, which is the cool part, right? So that's kind of how it works. And as you can see right here, like I've this wallet, this one here, which has been for 27 days, I bought it for 0.0469 Bitcoins, right? And so far I've made 0.110 Bitcoins, which is, well, 23% of it, right? And that's kind of how it works. So after 140 run days, which is 260 days, I'm going to have back my 140% of my investment, right? The other thing too is that with usi-tech, you can also, if you want to promote this and you want to tell your friends about it, and they join you in your team, then you can make an interesting return as well. So basically, well, actually, you know what? Before I show you that, let me show you how the Bitcoin values, how the packages work. So there's a package calculator right here that's under commissions, and then Bitcoin package calculator. You can say, okay, let's say I started with only 1 Bitcoin, right? And I rebuy everything. In other words, I reinvest instead of spending what I'm making as return. That means that after 100 after a year, which would be 260 days, because of the, if you do the math, oh, sorry, I was saying 140 days before, but anyways, sorry, so 260 days, you would have now 3 packages instead of just 1, right? And you would have made 0.0125, even though you invested only 1 package, which is like $50 or so, right? $60. You would have this, which would be now worth, you know, a lot, right? But it might be even worth a lot more if you if the Bitcoin keeps going up, right? If the Bitcoin doubles, then obviously that's going to be worth double whatever it's worth, right? Now, if you try to, if you decide, you know, like me when I started, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to, so if you get 10 packages, right, which is $500 or $600 or something, and you reinvest those, you're going to be buying a new package, reinvesting every 10 days, all right, which is 2 weeks, right? So if you buy, and then, you know, after the 260 days, which is a year, you're going to have 59 packages. 59. You started with 10. You're going to have 59 packages worth 0.24. How much is that, right? At $14,000? You do the math. It's a lot. But what we recommend is you start off with 20 packages, all right? Because at 20 packages, you're going to be reinvesting weekly, every 5 days. You're going to be reinvesting every 5 days, one package. And as you can see, it grows, right? Because now it's every 2 days. You're buying one every 2 days, now every day almost, right? Because you're growing your number of packages, so you're growing because of compounding. It's totally ridiculous because look at that. At 260 now, you've made like half a Bitcoin. So that's like, right now, that's $7,000, right? So $7,000, and you invested 20 packages, which is about $1,000 or $1,200. You made $7,000 from your original $2,000 or. So now the next goal is you want to get to 100 packages, because at 100 packages, which is, I have more than that now, I have 120, well, 5 or 27 or something now. That means that you're rebuying one every single day from the very beginning, right? Every single day you buy one, and right away, pretty quickly, it ends up in two. You're buying 2 a day now, 2 a day, 3 a day, 4 a day, 5 a day, and you end up at the 260 day mark. You end up with 2.5 Bitcoins. What is that? That's 28. That's 30. What? $35,000. $35,000. That's what it's worth right now. If the Bitcoin keeps going up, that's going to be even more, right? So, anyways, that's it. That's basically how you invest in Bitcoins with usi-tech. And like I said, if you're interested in being part of my team, and you know, I can do Zooms with you, I can explain to you, I can do other videos, trainings on exactly what to do. That would be my pleasure to help you, because obviously, you know, the more you succeed, the better I will too. So it's in my best interest to help you as much as I can. So any questions you have, just go ahead and send me a message. Or if you're interested, like I said, I put the links in there for you to go ahead and sign up and set up your accounts. And just, you know, it's free to set up an account. And if you really want to take it to the next level, all right, if you want to take it to the next level, here's what I would suggest you do. Go to Bitcoins, this other link here. Let me just show you that. So I don't know if I think I might have lost the video or something here. What's going on? Oh no, I know what's going on. It's just the Facebook that's kind of reloading. Okay, so if you go here to bwcjsg.com. All right, so that is the Bitcoins Wealth Club. Here, let's the link over here, and that's basically a training portal to explain to you all about Bitcoins and a bunch of other different things. So you just go in here, and then you just put your name and email and your desired username and password, and you click on Finish Access, and then you're going to have access to the Bitcoins Wealth Club, which is a free training site. Of course, they have some additional, you know, paid membership fees and stuff like that. but that's not, you know, you don't have to pay to learn like most of everything, which is what I did when I started. I went through this and I learned all about it, and that's kind of how I, you know, kind of how I got started. There's a cool little video right here at, I think it's 20 minutes or something, or maybe not, because it says 3 minutes countdown here. But that's, you know, that's the training. So let's go see if the package is still gone. Let me, where is it? Yeah, I'm still there. So let's go see if I have, oh, no, sorry. I wanted to tell you about the commissions you get if you build a team. Here is how it works. So if you are, oh, these are commissions that I got from, you know, some of my team members that did invest, right? And if I look at the pay plan details, so this is how it works. So this part is tokens, all right? So tokens is a totally different thing. I'm not going to cover that right now, but it's basically kind of like Bitcoins, but USI-tech is releasing their own. So it's pretty exciting that you can do that, because you can buy them at super, super cheap right now, and they might go up to, you know, $1, $2, $5, $10, $20 in the short-term period. But anyway, so that's tokens. But the packages, I'm sorry, let's get a water. Sorry, the packages over here is basically what happens is you get 10% commission on anybody that you refer that joins the system, right? And if they refer somebody, then you can get a commission as well, depending on whether you qualify. So you need to have these qualification rules. You have to have at least 3 people personally enrolled that have at least 12 packages, right? So, and then for the level 2 and 3, and then the rest of the levels is, you know, more. And if you want me to explain that more, but basically the idea is that as you grow a team and they grow their team, you can make a lot more too, and it's all paid in Bitcoins. The Bitcoins are just continue to grow, and that's the other reason why it's so amazing. And you know, that's kind of what it is. It's the gold rush. It's the gold rush of the digital era. It's really, that's what it is. All right. So I've actually been talking to lots of friends about this. Of course, I've been posting on Facebook, you know, like a madman about things, showing the Bitcoin prices changing and, you know, things like that. Now I'm starting to look into, you know, exchanges and to other things. So I'm going to be teaching lots of this stuff as we go. And, you know, it's going to be cool to, you know, see your success, your results. I would love to hear from you. You know, if you decide to jump into the Bitcoin, you know, wagon, and I would love to hear about your successes and your results. That would be so fantastic, and I would love to tell my friends that, you know, here's another Bitcoin millionaire in the making, and this is the results for the last, you know, month or the last week or whatever, right? So anyways, that's it for tonight. We'll talk again soon, and make sure you let me know if you have specific questions, and I would love to help you out with anything that you're struggling with or you're not sure about. Just let me know. Send me a message on Facebook, and we'll chat. You have yourself a great night.